In this morning's Money Watch, we are talking about the stress of saving for retirement. Americans say they are not feeling too confident about having enough money to live comfortably when they stop working. So that's where we bring in CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. She's going to break it all down, give you some tips on what you can do today to prepare for tomorrow. All right, so we know how people are feeling about retirement, but there's also some new data about savings. What can you tell us about that?
It's incredible, actually. Fidelity released their report about saving for retirement. And maybe because we're kind of all a little freaked out about saving for retirement, we're saving more. And in fact, contribution levels have gone up pretty dramatically to new highs as of the first quarter of the year. We see it across the board. All different income levels, all different age groups, and it's been pretty remarkable. I just want to point out one statistic that really stuck out to me. When we look at this, contribution surged 29% from a year ago, and when you look at your contribution plus your employer match, if you have one, we now see at Fidelity at least a 14.4% contribution level. You know, boring CFPs like me, we always say, like, hope to get to 15%. This is pretty close, so it's very good news about the saving out there.
How should people who are different ages think about retirement?
I'm going to start with closest going down age range. Okay, so you're a baby boomer, you're still working. The first thing you should do is make sure you understand the Social Security system. No, it's not going broke.
Should baby boomers still be working?
Yeah, they can work. A lot of them are still working because they have to or they want to. Check SSA.gov. Be familiar with that. Go down a group now, okay? So you're now a boomer, you're now going to Gen X. Now you should be really maxing out. You should be trying really hard to get as much money as you possibly can. This is your peak earning period. You want to try to get that $24,500 into the plan. And by the way, it's $8,000 extra if you happen to be over the age of 50. If you're still working from 60 to 63, you can put a total of almost 36 grand into your retirement accounts. Going down from there, we just want to say, I know millennials and Gen Z, you've got a lot of stuff going on. Get into the habit, start early, a little bit at a time is what's going to get you there. Consistency. You don't have to outguess the market.
There is a lot going on for us millennials, it's true. But if people are crunching the numbers and they're not looking good, what advice do you have for them?
All right, first of all, crunching the numbers is really important. So if you have a plan at work, you can do it there. If you fall short, there's a few things to consider. Control what you can control, manage what you can't. So what can you control? When you retire, how much you spend. Now, you might say, I have a really hard job. I am not going to be able to work till I'm 68 years old. Maybe you could be a blue collar worker and be like, I'm not standing on my feet. You can see the people here standing in this room. You're not standing on your feet till you're 68, 70 years old. So what can you do? Maybe what you can do is you can say, I'm going to adjust my spending. Maybe what you could do is save a little more. But most importantly, what you could do is try to find an off-ramp, something where you can make a little less money but work longer. That is a great plan.
Jill Schlesinger always breaking it down. The future is now, so you better get busy.
You betcha.